Well, hello, Goddesses and Adoni, and welcome to call number 3 of the Cash for Christmas Warriors of Wealth call. You know, as always, I'll be giving you a special code word throughout this call, so listen carefully, or they may be words. You never know. I change it up. So stick around, listen carefully, and remember these code words let us know that you were here and go towards your spoils of war. And you want to earn those spoils. Free January meeting ticket, free toy. Yes, please. And I want to mention that while the spoils are wonderful, the most valuable parts of this program is the knowledge you acquire and the community that you help create. So here's your first code word, warriors. It's debt. D-E-B-T. The first code word is debt. And speaking of debt, you know, it doesn't take a Christmas miracle to provide a memorable holiday for your family without going into debt. You know, it does take a clear vision, an effective plan, and a willingness to work your business to its fullest potential. And here's what I want for you. I want you to enjoy the most profitable 8 weeks you've ever had in this business so that you have minimal stress and maximum joy this holiday season. It really is possible. You can create it. You can have a green Christmas, and not as in green like the Grinch. I'm talking green like the money. I want you to be rolling in the dough in December. And in order to do that, you have to work your business in November and December. These are the months when people are spending more than any other month. People are looking for valuable and memorable gifts. And let's face it, we have what they want for adults on their lists. A neck pillow for Nana, who's always cold. Curvana for a sister-in-law with frizzy hair. Bathroom bouquet for their brother, who always blows up the bathroom every time he visits. Best friends for the trainer at the gym. Temple bomb for the kid's teacher. And you can even deck the halls with Kegel balls for someone who has a best friend who just had a baby. And the list for lovers, it just goes on and on. So many sexy things to stuff way more than their stockings. You know, Santa comes once a year, but Athena's customers certainly don't. Poor Santa. He doesn't have to come down the chimney. We have the Maven. How about oral sex mints? Because at the holidays, it's better to give than receive. Remote controlled can make your Christmas shopping or your Christmas dinner at your in-laws way more fun. You know, if you tailor your demo with products that can enhance the magic of this holiday season, the profits will roll in. And the key is to start now. Don't wait till December is already here. You have to start now to have a great December. And October has been a successful month for lots of warriors who are rocking their $1,000 parties. Angela Earl James, oh my gosh, I hope you got a chance to see her little boy singing the $1,000 song with her in the car on their way to a special mother and son date. And I believe that was her second time singing the song in just a few days, actually, like, you know, twice in 1 month. Maybe even in 1 week, I think. And then there's Kay Sells, a.k.a. Carrie Sellers, who was rapping about her $1,800 party. If you have not seen her music video in the WOW community, you must go to the page and watch it. She busts a rhyme about her epic party sales. And go, Carrie, go. I'm saying your name. You are the Phoenix Rising. Speaking of $1,800, seems to be a magic number. Rebecca Richmond from New York had an $1,800 weekend. Go, Rebecca. That's a profitable few days. You can pay some debt down with that or go buy some gifts with an $1,800 weekend. You know, and we had a great time in Mexico. I got to say that. It was just a kick-ass time, you know, Goddesses and Adoni hugging in the pool bar area and, you know, dancing in the rain and chilling on the beach and spending lots of time together and a lot of laughing. You know, Melissa Milliken, she got home from Mexico, and the next day she did a $700 party. I know Ryan Lahr had a party right away. I mean, people were like, boom, jumping right back in. And I got to see that Michelle Brooks from Boston rocked a $1,000 party and was singing the song on the WOW page. Congratulations, Michelle. That's great news. And one of the things that I've been noticing on the WOW page is that there are Goddesses and Adoni posting about emerging from their funks and their slumps and finding their groove once again. And I'm so happy when I read this. Because, you know, here's the truth about this business. If you get into one of those funks or slumps, you can always come out, you know, and And when you're in a funk or a slump, I encourage you to push through it and still keep working because, with this business, it's like building a fire. It's way easier to keep a fire going by stoking it, throwing an extra log on the fire, than letting it go out and starting again. It's way more work to restart a fire than to keep one going. So this season, vow to feed the fire. Remain consistent because consistency over time equals results. And you want results. So I have a great guest speaker, Miss Caterina Rando, here to give you some great ideas to help you get more results and make more profits. She's totally ready to pump you up and give you some super awesome success tips. Are you ready to receive them? All right, just one more thing. Your second code word is free, F-R-E-E. Your second code word is free. And now it gives me great pleasure to hand the call over to your guest speaker, Caterina. Caterina, they're all yours.
Goddesses and Adoni, this is Caterina Rando, and I am so excited to be with you again for this week's Wow Call. We are going to talk about, in this call, success practices to embrace to achieve your best quarter ever. And guess what? I'm also going to share some 2 super tips for selling as well, because selling, of course, is an essential success skill to master to not only have your best quarter ever, but to be successful in your business all the time. All right, take a deep breath. Let's get our party started. Success practices to embrace to achieve your best quarter ever. The first one is to set a clear goal for each of these categories: bookings, sales, new recruits, and something that you might be missing, referrals. Now, my friends, you know that a goal is a decision that has been made. And what that means is that if you're waiting to see how it goes, if you're going to give it a try, sorry for you, because you are not going to achieve much. Successful people make decisions quickly, and more importantly, they make decisions. And a goal is a decision that has been made. So decide, what is your goal for bookings? What is your goal for sales, new recruits, and referrals? And I'm sure you have this already. What I want you to do, though, is to own it, to embrace it, to ask yourself every day, how do I get here? Because that will support you in having your best quarter ever. Also, I want you to set a goal for how many times a week you're going to ask someone to book a party. Now, there's a goal for how many parties you're going to book. That's a separate goal. The success practice is you have a goal just about the ask. Like, for example, I set a goal to have 25 sales conversations in a week. Not all of those close. Not all of those are insta yeses. How many times a week are you going to ask? And the way to come to this number is to see, if you ask 4 people, how many book. And if it's 1 in 4, if it's 1 in 3, if it's 1 in 2, whatever that number is, know that number so you can multiply that number so you can then get your booking goal every single week. By the way, it counts in person, it counts over the phone. And it counts in a Facebook message as long as you already have influence with that person. And let me be very clear. You will get yeses from people you have influence with, which means that you've shown up, you've been visible to them, you have been providing them value, either through your business or through your kindness or being a good listener, all those things. And of course, you have been consistently present. Out of a blue moon, never heard talk to somebody in 5 years, not the best person to ask for booking, start by asking them for an opportunity to reconnect and have a reconnection call. And in that call, you can determine if there is interest. You can ask if there's interest in the business, in booking, who do they know for referral, etc. Related to this, of course, is not a goal for recruiting. Of course, you already have that, but a goal for how many recruiting conversations you're going to have each week. And I want to recommend that you are very overt in your business. What does overt mean? It means that you're not trying to get around to asking them if they're interested in the business. You're not trying to slide it in when you call them about something else. You're very overt, meaning you're very upfront. You're loud and proud. Hey, Sheila, I want to schedule a time for us to talk to see if Athena's is right for you. That is overt. We're not convincing. We're not trying to get persuade people. We are here to serve. And so it's when you get clear and you own and you are certain that you are here to serve that you will be more overt, that you will say, hey, everybody, I'm looking to grow my team. And if you are interested in providing value to other women, to having fun, to making money working from home, to having a business that you will love, let's talk and let's see if this is the right match for you. Be very overt, my friends, because you have massive value to bring, and the louder and prouder you are about it, the more you will bring it. This is essential. It's not just about what we do, it's about who you are. And who you are is someone with massive value to bring. Goddesses, Adoni, remember this. You have massive value to bring. And Adoni, let's just hang out with you for a moment. This is something I really want you to get. Because you know what? The ladies, they get asked to look at opportunities all the time. The guys, not so much. So maybe you want to grow a whole team of Adoni who have not been asked every so often, do they want to join a direct sales business? And they can be like you and really have massive impact with their business into networks of people that nobody is having impact in. And that is a very exciting and unique opportunity for you that I want to encourage you to take advantage of. Next thing, my friends, set a clear goal for how many times a week you're going to ask someone for referrals. Now, here's the thing about referrals. We all love them. We all want them. But you know what? Most of us rarely, if ever, ask for them. Let me encourage you to make a priority in your business that you're going to ask for referrals. Because referrals are people that the people that are giving you the referral have influence with. So if Dave says to you, hey, I think my friend Mary would love this business, Dave has influence with Mary. And so you don't just say, well, Dave, give me your phone number. What you say is, Dave, will you do a Facebook introduction and send a message to both myself and Mary? Will you make an email introduction? Will you come with me to have coffee with her? Can I ask you, does she live around here? Can we go by her house, but of course tell her we're going to come ahead of time? See what they'll do to help you, because that person is the one with the influence. So it's very important that you use that influence to have the person be open to your exciting opportunity. So notice right now, we did say in the top of our time together, set the goals for booking, sales, recruiting, and referrals. But that's not, you don't just set a goal. You have to set a goal to support the goal. And that's the goal that we're discussing now, which is the goal on how many times a week you're going to ask someone for referrals. And so if you say I'm going to ask 5 times a week, and by the way, we don't say, do you know anyone? No, that X nay, we say, who do you know? And you don't say even, who do you know that might be interested in Athena's? Because those persons don't know. They can't read minds. What you say is, who do you know who's in transition? Who do you know that maybe lost their job? Who do you know that is between jobs? Who do you know that's moving towards retirement? Who do you know that's just finished college? Who do you know that's in college that might need a little extra revenue? Who do you know that wants to be more social? Do you know any moms that have kids and they're still working, but they'd like to stay home with their kids? These are the questions that you ask to elicit referrals. Because who do you know that wants to join the business? That's not the question that this person is appropriate to answer. The question for them to answer is the other questions that are pointing them and tapping them into and getting them hip to who is a good match for you to connect with about this exciting opportunity. This, my friends, is a win all day long strategy that we're discussing right now. I want to make sure that you are not only loving referrals, but you have this plan in place to set a clear goal for how many times a week you're going to ask for referrals. Okay, now, this is my favorite Caterina strategy. Well, I guess I have lots of favorites, isn't that the truth? Here's one of my favorite strategies that I want to encourage you to embrace. At the office supply store or online, you can buy a wall calendar. Now, this is mine from 2013. Of course, I've got one for 14, 15. I've got one for 16 already fulled up, and I'm about ready to get one for 17. Here's the thing with your wall calendar. It is a visual, at a glance indicator for what the truth is about your business. My friends, I'm from California. Let me say something. Hope, karma, law of attraction, prayer, these are all augmentations for your business success. These are enhancements for your business success. These are not business strategies. These are not your marketing and your sales and your way to massively monetizing your business. I said to a lovely lady yesterday, I said, hey, I'm happy to get together with you and chat with you, support you, putting together your business strategy for next year. And because I know you want to grow your business. And she said to me, you know what she said to me back? And she's lovely. She's very sweet. I think she missed the point because she said to me, well, Caterina, I'm going to set an intention to have more success next year. Now, my friends, you can set all the intentions you want, but you got to back it up with some action and some tools to support you in massively monetizing. And this is by far one of my favorites. So what you do is you buy a wall calendar and you have a different color dot or star to indicate your bookings. And then you have a different color dot or star to indicate days that you're going to be with your family or off, or days that are not available for bookings. And then of course you have another color star for training days, for days that you're going to be training with Athena, so your conference, your golden circle, all of that. You get it on the calendar ASAP so nothing interferes. Then you set your goal for how many bookings you're going to have every week, every month, as I know you've already done. But then every time you get a booking, you put the booking on the calendar with the person's name and the star, the color of the star, which gold is a good color for bookings, by the way, or green or purple, whatever you want, so that at a glance, you can see how many bookings you have really for the rest of the year. Now, I know you may not be booking that far out, but maybe with your good hostesses who do twice a year, you may book far out. By the way, here's another super tip. If somebody booked a party for next month, the month after, what I want to be really clear with you on is that you have to keep enrolling them into that party. So you can't call them 2 weeks ahead of time and say, hey, I'm checking in with you about your party, here's your stuff, or 3 weeks or even 4 weeks. You've got to be checking in all the way up to when you would normally start, however many weeks out, because you have to keep enrolling people in being hostesses even after they've already signed up. Super tip alert. I want to make sure you got that. So that means you're checking in with them. You're chatting. You're inviting them to events. You're encouraging them to get started early with putting their list or whatever it is. What fun thing can you do? Because the excitement has waned from the last party where they signed up to do a party. So it's very important that you keep enrolling them. Your wall calendar, my friend, will help you look at a glance and see what's happening, what months need attention, what hostesses you need to check in with, and it is a constant reminder of how you're doing in your business. And it tells you the truth. I love my wall calendar. I look at it every day. I love putting stars on my calendar to indicate when action is happening, and I know you will too. Next one. Review your sales to date for the month at least 3 times a week. I want to be very clear, and we'll talk about this later again. We'll say it 50 times. Successful people know their numbers. They know their numbers to date. They know their numbers to the year. They know what's happening. They know what their projections are. They're hip to their numbers. Why? Because you know what, my friends? As much fun as we're having with Athena, as much fun as you're having with heavenly goddesses, guess what? My friend, it's about business. And so please make sure that you love your numbers, that you pay attention to your numbers, because then you can ask yourself, what else do I want to put attention on? Who else do I want to put attention on right now? As we have the little more time in the month, I'm looking at what else do I need to do to get my goal? Who else do I need to talk to? Who else do I need to follow up with? Because you can't make more money last month. You can't make more money last quarter, right? You can't do it, which is why you want to be on top of your numbers on an ongoing basis. Massive monetizers always know their numbers. Take a deep breath. So now what I want you to think about is which of these success practices that we've discussed, and they're in your handout as well, are you going to embrace to upgrade them? Which of these are you going to upgrade? Now, let me just make a recommendation because we're not in the same room right now. I absolutely want you to get your wall calendar. I absolutely want you to embrace reviewing your sales to date on a regular basis. Of course, goal setting. Of course, setting goals for how many times you're going to ask for referrals, how many recruiting conversations you're going to have each week. All of this, really, I mean, the truth is all of this. But let's start, pick 1 or 2 to really start to put your attention on, and then add a couple more and add a couple more. And I'm going to say this at the end, but I'm going to say this now too. Print out this handout, stick it on your desk, and review it every day, because it's not about knowing what to do. Ladies say this to me all the time, and people that I talk to in audiences. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, so what if you know it? Are you doing it? And then if you're doing it, guess what? That's not the last step. The next step is to master it. The next step is to master it. This is what we're going for. We're not going for making sales calls. We're not going for asking for parties and bookings. We're going for mastering the sales call, mastering asking for bookings, mastering doing parties, mastering recruiting conversations. Knowing and doing are not enough. We need to move towards mastery, which is why you want to keep refreshing yourself on these different things that you know serve you in your business. Okay, my friends, guess what? I got a little more time with you tonight, so I thought that I would throw in some really exciting bonus top 6 successful selling strategies to achieve massive sales, because it is about, of course, attitude, and it is about setting goals, and it is about everything we've just discussed, and it's about more, because selling comes from selling success. Sales come from selling success. Take a deep breath. Set and keep your success schedule. By the way, this is all in your handout. Again, print it out, put it on your desk, review it, get busy on it. Hopefully, you have a success schedule. And if you are wanting to achieve your best quarter ever, if you're planning to go to Hawaii, which I know you are, by the way, plan to go to Hawaii, because when you pursue a dream and when you pursue a goal, magic things happen. And what I want to have happen, you know what I'm really wanting from our calls? What I'm really wanting from my time that I was recently with many of you, Goddesses and Adoni, it was awesome. What I'm really wanting is for you to watch yourself amaze yourself. I want you to watch yourself amaze yourself. And you know what that comes from? The ability to amaze yourself. It comes from consistency over time, creating results. Consistency over time, creating results. And so when we talk about goal setting and asking people referrals and asking for bookings and all these things we've discussed so far, and when we talk about setting and keeping your success schedule, this is all about consistency. And it may not be a super sexy or exciting, but you know what is super sexy and exciting? Hitting your sales goals. You know what else is super sexy and exciting? Doing better than you've ever done before. Last week, I talked to a lady who had her best sales day ever. She did 17K in sales in one day, and that was her best sales day ever. Did she amaze herself? Absolutely. And you know what she said? Now I'm looking to doing 18K in one day. And by the way, do you know your best sales day ever? Not just from a party, but also when you're making calls. Do you know that number? If not, pick a number and pay attention and make it, and then watch yourself amaze yourself as you exceed it. Do you know what your best sales week ever is? If not, embrace that. Do you know what your best month is? Because when you can raise the bar on yourself and amaze yourself, there is an incredible feeling that you will get. And you know what that feeling is? It's certainty. It's certainty that you know you can be successful. You know you are successful. You have no doubt, because you have exceeded what you have done before. This is why this is so important, my friend. Watch yourself, amaze yourself. And that starts with setting and keeping your success schedule. Your success schedule is when you are working in your business. And then within that are your parties, are your recruiting conversations, are your sales calls, your booking calls. Set aside time. Make it a priority in your life. We'll discuss that a little bit later. Block out that time. Don't let anything interfere. And I know we have busy lives. I know all this happens. And you know what? I see a big difference between those women that let everything interfere and those women that are so committed that they figure out a way to manage everything while still massively monetizing in their business. Take a deep breath, my friend. Whew. Okay, let's continue. Now, one of the things that I've been teaching for years, and when I first was teaching it, I wasn't quite sure if this was really the way to go, so I started paying attention to all of the other direct sales trainers, and I thought, well, what are they saying? And you know what they were saying, my friends? Exactly what I'm saying. You start each month with a list of 30 potential hostesses, and you work that list, and your job is to get those people off your roster of potential hostesses and onto your roster of upcoming hostesses, or they said no, so you take them off, or they said not now, call me in 6 months, and you move them to that roster. Your goal is to get through that. So every day you wake up, you reach out some more, you reach out some more. By the way, if you don't get a hold of someone, that doesn't mean they don't want to talk to you. That just means they didn't get back to you. So you make it easy for them. You try again. Start each month with a list of 30 hostesses. Start each month with a list of 30 potential new team members that are not yet on board. Each month. Now, of course, go to your past hostesses. You go to your referrals, all those questions we talked about earlier that you can ask. You start doing promotion to ask. Promotion would be a post about, hey, anybody want to talk to me about this? Anybody, and by the way, don't just say business, say anybody in transition, anybody this, anybody recently graduated from college, anybody moving towards retirement, and start to use those questions to get new prospects. And each month, your job is to get those people off your list because they're on your team, or they said no, or they said not now, and move them forward. My friends, this is the consistency that supports you in moving to the place where you're watching yourself amaze yourself. Make selling and recruiting a priority in your life and in your business. If you want to live your ideal life, if you want to live your dream life, if you want to provide for your family, take your kids to Disneyland, go back to school, pay your mortgage, buy a house, pay down your debt, experience more ease in your life, that doesn't happen from trying to fit your business in around everything else. It works, and you get to amaze yourself when you make it a priority. Now, it's not the only priority, of course, but it's a priority. And you make it matter because you want a better life for yourself, for your family. If you're not experiencing right now the life that you want, sorry for the motorcycle, if you're not experiencing the life that you want, my friends, then I want to encourage you to ask yourself, what can you do to make this a priority in your life? Because you get to have the exact life that you want. But you know what? I know you know it's your job to create it. Woo! All right. Hey, always choose personal invitation over promotion. Now, when I was with you all a while back live and in person, we talked about this. This is worth me mentioning for all of you that weren't with me and reminding all of you that were. There is nothing better than a personal invitation. When we post on Facebook, when we set a blanket email, when we make a flyer, those are all promotion. Promotion is fine. Promotion lets people know what's happening, but it's not personal and it doesn't fill your events, it doesn't fill your calendar, it doesn't do much. What absolutely works, what will make a difference, is you personally inviting people to come to your parties. You're personally inviting people to join you for an opportunity to hear about the business. For you personally inviting individuals. And how do you do that? Very simple. All the things you know: picking up the phone, personal message, personal Facebook message, not a group message event, a group inviting people to your events. That most people don't even see those. You use their instant messaging, Facebook, LinkedIn, and this will get in their inbox, and you use their first name. That's personal. You send a personal email to them, not a blanket. You put something in there that personalizes the conversation. Hey, Dave, great to see you at the baseball game the other day. I wanted to let you know about XYZ. Personal. And then you know what else is personal? Postcards with handwritten notes on them. Hey, Mary, here's my next party at my own house. I'd love to have you come, with your name. That is personal. Always choose personal invitations over promotion. And you have to multiply the numbers. If I want 10 people in the room, I'm going to invite 50 people. And when I say invite, I don't mean promote. I'm still going to promote. I'm going to promote to 500, or 200, but I'm going to personally invite 50 if I want 10 in the room. My friend, stand in your certainty. You have massive value to bring. Be loud and proud about the value you have to bring. As we said in the top of our time together, be overt about your business. Be overt that you're here to serve. Be overt about what you're up to. Let people know, hey, I would love to talk with you about this. I'd love to invite you to this. Be loud and proud about the value you bring. Positivity, certainty, enthusiasm. Those will attract people to you every time. All right, now we've talked about a few different selling strategies now. 6 different selling strategies for massive sales. I want you to massively monetize in your business. I want you to have your best quarter ever. I want you to watch yourself amaze yourself. Take a moment right now, think about which of these selling strategies you are going to embrace to thrive in your business and have your best quarter ever. And I want to remind you, print this handout out, review it when you review your goals and your action plan. Be thinking about what you want to do, be taking action around these success practices, around these selling strategies. Watch your business soar. Watch yourself amaze yourself. Get busy, my friend, on your success practices, on your selling strategies to ensure your best quarter ever. This is Caterina Rando. I have the privilege of being with you again very soon. Feel free to Facebook me with how everything's going for you. I would love to hear from you. Again, see you on the next upcoming WOW call. Remember, you have massive value to bring, and I can't wait for you to watch yourself amaze yourself.
Thank you, Caterina. I absolutely love your calendar idea. Being able to see your bookings at a glance with the gold stars is brilliant. And also constantly enrolling your hostess, so important. This way you minimize cancellations. If you can get your hostesses pumped up, they're going to keep their parties. And the other thing that I loved was about that idea was having a constant reminder, because your wall calendar will tell you the truth, what you got going on or what you don't have going on. And you can, really have a bird's eye view of what your business looks like and start to make changes so that it looks more like what you'd like it to look like. And the other thing that I really loved, too, was being hip to your numbers. That's smart. I hope all our warriors are ready to fall in love with their numbers now. Caterina's success practices, Goddesses and Adoni, can help you become more connected to your goals and more profitable. So who's ready to be profitable and make money and pay cash for Christmas? Me. All right, it's time to wrap up, everybody. It's time for me to give everyone on the call a chance to win a $100 Athena shopping spree. And you can, buy something, put in new to put in your demo. You can use the $100 to make a gift basket for your hostesses to win. Anyone who has a $500 party, their name goes into a raffle to win your $100 gift basket. You could even use that $100 to grab some Christmas gifts for people on your list if you'd like to. So, how you can win this $100 shopping spree is visit the WOW Facebook page tonight by midnight and find a post about this call. There'll be a thread. Share a comment there with your aha moment. You'll be entered to win $100 in free Athena's products. Okay, so I'm going to give you the final code word and your instructions to submit it. So you'll be sure to email your code words and information to wow@athenashn.com. That's WOW at ATHENASHN.com. wow@athenashn.com. In the subject line, you'll put WOW call number 3. This way, if your email goes into our spam, we can very easily locate it. So your subject line says WOW call number 3. The body of your email, please include your first and last name, your goddess or Adonis number, and the code words. It's that simple. So you're sending it to wow@athenashn. The subject line says WOW call number 3, and the body of your email has your first and last name, your goddess or Adonis number, and the code words. Code words are valid for 48 hours from the time and date stamp on the email that contained the call link. And by submitting this information, you get credit for calling in. So here is the final code word you've been waiting for. Ready? It's holiday. HOLIDAY. The final code word is holiday. Holiday. Okay, warriors, you have plenty of opportunities to build your business in November. There's the November Blitz, where you can reach out to everyone on your Who Do You Know list, every one of your past hostesses and all your customers, and offer them a super fun holiday theme party in November and December. Sexy cookie swaps, Christmas tree, decorating parties. You could do a wine swap. You could do an ugly Christmas sweater party. There's so many fun themes in November and December that you can tap into. And those hostesses who book during the Blitz, they can win a $100 Athena shopping spree if they book during the Blitz. And that costs you nothing. That is company sponsored. So all you have to do is just reach out and offer. So please use all the incredible Athena-sponsored VIP and hostess specials that we have cooking for November and December. In November, we have a free splash for any hostess who has a $500 party. In December, we have a miracle oil and a free deep sleep mask for anyone who has a $500 party. That's a $37 value. It's a great item, the set of items that you can promote in the month of December. In November, the VIP exclusive, the Ruby Ring, $19.99. And in December, the Celebrator is just $19.99, normally $55. What a great way to get your hostesses jazzed to have $500 parties and to get your average ticket sale to $100. Remember, Madeline Cerrone, sweet Madeline Cerrone, she had a $16,000 month last December. She sold $16,000 in the month of December. You can do that too. Because think about the profits you would make if you had a $16,000 month. It's possible. And that kind of money puts you in the position to provide so much more for your family. Okay. Our next WOW call is Wednesday, November 11th. I hope you'll be present to learn more so you can earn more. Thank you so much for being part of the Warrior Program. It brings me great joy to see people growing and being more profitable and learning more, becoming more confident. That's what I dream about every night, is having a company full of successful people, happy, successful people. So thanks for being part of that. I can't wait to read your aha moments, so I'll see you on the Facebook page. And Goddess bless everyone.